Today's story is about two classmates who could not stand the sight of each other. But circumstances forced them into a desperate situation where even surviving was an incredibly daunting challenge. And they ended up stranded together on a remote island for many months. After that, how they survive on the island and all the crazy things they do to each other, we'll see all of that in today's story. So hello there my dear friends, my name is Ishita. And today's story begins by showing us a truly beautiful girl named Emma, who wakes up very early in the morning to get herself ready for school. Emma is known as a very good and quite famous student at her school, and she has a lot of wonderful friends. On the other hand, we see Dean, who is a much lazier boy compared to Emma. He wakes up quite late in the morning, goes straight to the bathroom to brush his teeth, and then immediately sits down to play video games for a while. Consequently, his father, Jack, has to tell him that he'll be late for school. Meanwhile, we see Emma and her little sister Stacy, whom their mother Barbara comes to drop off at school. After that, Emma arrives at school and meets her best friend Lizzie. While they are talking, a student named Steven comes over and says hi to Emma, and seeing this, Lizzie starts teasing Emma. That same day in class, Mr. Christensen, who is their teacher, announces that the bus for the Trinidad Island trip will leave at exactly 7 o'clock the next morning. And as he continues speaking, Emma arrives late to class, and Dean also comes in from behind and bumps into Emma, calling her, "Sorry, princess." After this, while Mr. Christensen was giving more information about the trip, Lizzie tells Emma that Dean is also going on the trip because of his father's money, and then she makes a face at Dean. Now, during lunch, Lizzie tells her friends about what happened between Emma and Steven in the morning, and says that on the trip, we'll have a whole week to work our magic and get Emma to take action with Steven. But Emma says that we should forget about all this and focus on the trip. Now, while everyone else was busy talking, Emma notices Dean, who was cutting an apple with a knife. A little while later, Miss Collier, who is a teacher, comes over to Dean, scolds him for bringing a knife to school, and then takes him to the principal's office. Then, Lizzie tells her friends that Emma shouldn't be hanging out with boys like Dean when a very popular and hot guy from school actually likes her. The next morning, Emma gets ready for the big trip and sincerely thanks her mom Barbara and her dad Phil for letting her go on the exciting trip. On the other hand, Dean doesn't want to go on the trip, so his father Jack explains how hard he worked to get him a spot on the trip, even after he broke the school's rules. After that, Dean finally agrees to go. Following that scene, we see Mr. Christensen telling all of the students to get on the bus. Now, while getting on the bus, Steven asks Emma how she's doing, which prompts Lizzie to tease Emma again, but Emma ignores her. After some time, they reach Trinidad Island, and as they get off the bus, Miss Collier tells everyone that they can enjoy themselves in the pool for a while, but everyone must return before dinner, and the program will start from the next day. A little later, Emma and all her friends go to the pool, where Emma meets Steven, and everyone starts having fun together in the pool. But Dean is watching all of this alone from the balcony. That same evening, Emma's friend Lizzie comes and tells Emma that Steven has invited them to a party that's happening on a local boat here. But Emma refuses after hearing this, but her friends insist and eventually convince her. After that, they go to the boat for the party, and once they arrive, Emma starts looking for Helen at the party. But then she sees that Steven is kissing another girl, and seeing this, Emma starts to leave from there. Dean is also watching all of this from the side. At that moment, he says to Emma, "Your boyfriend is having fun." So she says to Dean that he shouldn't concern himself with any of this. Suddenly, the local police arrive because they found out that students are using drugs at the party, and they tell everyone to come to the front of the boat. Just then, Emma suddenly slips and falls into the deep water, and as Dean sees her falling, he also jumps in to save her. He rescues her and quickly takes her to a small boat nearby. Now the rope of that boat was tied to the big boat, so Dean cuts the rope, and when Emma asks him why, he says that he doesn't want to get involved with the police. After the police leave, we'll get back to the big boat. But within a short time, that boat drifts far away from them, and just then, a storm is about to start. But Dean sees that there's no motor in it. Just then, a huge wave suddenly comes toward them, and both of them hold onto the boat tightly. After this, morning comes, and because of the waves, both of them, along with the boat, have reached the Arabian Sea. Dean's phone had gotten wet, so he asks Emma to give him her phone. But Emma's phone wasn't getting any network. Then Emma says to Dean that they should have followed the party boat. So Dean says, "Don't worry, someone or the other will come to get us." They were just talking when suddenly Emma spots an island a little distance away, after which Dean starts steering the boat toward that island. And after a lot of difficulty, both of them reach the island, and once there, Emma checks her phone for network again, but still, there's no signal. Then Dean finds a flare gun on the boat, so he takes it and the two of them start moving forward, hoping that if they go further, they'll find some help. On the other hand, at the hotel, because of last night's party, Mr. Christensen cancels the trip. At that moment, Lizzie tells Miss Collier that Emma hasn't returned to the hotel, and she thought maybe Emma was with someone else last night, which is why she didn't tell anyone. And she says that she last saw Emma on the party boat. After this, when Mr. Christensen takes everyone's attendance, he finds out that Dean is also not present. Now, from this, they realize that both Dean and Emma are missing from the group. After that, the police arrive and question Emma's friends, so Miss Collier asks the police if there is any way to find them. So the police say that such cases happen often, and maybe they'll come back on their own. But if they are stuck somewhere in the sea, then finding both of them could be a bit difficult. And when Dean's father finds out that his son is missing, he immediately goes to the school after hearing this, and there he meets Emma's mother, Barbara. At the same time, Phil also arrives there, and everyone, worried, starts asking the principal about the disappearance of both children. But the principal is unable to give any proper answer, after which the three of them leave from there. Meanwhile, Emma and Dean were moving ahead, and after walking a little further, they see a beautiful waterfall inside the forest. Dean really likes it, so he asks Emma to take a picture of it, but Emma refuses him. She says, "We're stuck here and you're actually enjoying this. I wanted to get good marks for the project on this trip. I want to study further at Princeton University. If we can't get out of here as soon as possible, everything will be ruined." After this, they move ahead, and after a few hours, both of them reach the very edge of the island. But until now, they hadn't found any path or any help here. Seeing this, they decide to head back towards the boat. After that, both of them go back towards the boat and see that their boat is not at the shore. The sea waves had taken the boat somewhere, and now they only find a life jacket there. Then we see that after walking the whole day, they are exhausted and the sun sets as well. After this, Dean lights a fire and both of them decide to spend the night right there. Dean sees that Emma is feeling cold, so he takes off his shirt and gives it to her. Then both of them start talking, saying that maybe by tomorrow our parents will find us. Now, moving forward, we see that it is morning, and Dean wakes up to find that Emma is not there. So, while searching for her, he sees that Emma is writing SOS on the seashore. So he asks her, "What are you doing?" She responds by saying, "I'm trying to save our lives, and we need to find some water for us to drink." After that, Dean goes for a swim while Emma starts watching him. On the other hand, at the hotel, Mr. Christensen tells Emma and Dean's parents that the police are searching for them and that the police have found a small boat, which might have been the one they were on. Then Jack goes on to suggest that if the police are unable to provide any help, we can hire a private rescue team. But Mr. Christensen says that the police are doing their job well and that they will find the children as soon as possible. Meanwhile, we see Emma getting some water to drink. Suddenly, she starts to feel something strange. She feels like someone is around her and watching her, so she gets scared and leaves from there. After this, both of them work together to make a small shelter out of leaves to protect themselves from the sun. And a little while later, Emma writes a large SOS on the beach so that if a rescue team passes by, they will be able to find them. Then, whatever edible things they can find on the island, they search for and eat. Dean finds a banana tree, so he picks some bananas and both of them eat until they are full. Now it's very hot on this island, and Emma can't wear full-length pants, nor can she stay in just her pants, so she cuts her full-length pants and makes them into shorts. After this, Emma sees that Dean has come into the hut and is sleeping, so she also comes and lies down next to him. Suddenly, Dean turns towards Emma and puts his hand on her. But Emma likes this and doesn't say anything. Then the next day, when Emma is bathing at the waterfall, Dean comes and asks her for sunscreen. So Emma tells Dean, "I'm bathing here, you go to the other side." Dean replies, "You're the one who told me to stand guard here." Hearing this, Emma says, "I told you that because there's someone else on this island." Meanwhile, at the hotel, Barbara was very worried about Emma, and the news was reporting that the case of Emma and Dean's disappearance had now become official. The police now believed that both of them were dead and were searching for their bodies. And Phil was getting ready to go home because Emma's younger sister Stacy was alone at home. But Barbara is still anxious, so Phil tells Barbara that Emma will be found, and saying this, he hugs her. The next day, Jack sets out with Barbara in a helicopter to search for Emma and Dean. And meanwhile, on the island, night is about to fall. Emma is telling Dean that she misses her family a lot. Just then, Dean finds a human skull there, And seeing it, Emma gets very scared and says that maybe this person was also trapped here like us and ended up like this, and now maybe the same thing will happen to us. But Dean tells her that it was probably a fisherman or a smuggler who came here and died. But we have our parents behind us and we are not alone here. He reassures her that if we keep supporting each other like this, we will never die here. And one day, we will definitely go back home. And after saying this, he starts kissing Emma. It was the first time Emma was kissing someone, and she was enjoying it. And now it had become night as well. And then, Dean crosses all limits, and a storm hits the island. Emma enjoys this storm for the first time and feels very happy. Then, after morning comes, Emma wakes up and sees that Dean is not there. She starts calling out for Dean, but she can't find him. Emma gets very anxious and goes into the jungle to look for him. After walking a little further, she sees that Dean is digging a hole. Emma simply couldn't understand why Dean was doing this. Suddenly, Emma falls down and badly hurts her knee. After that, Dean immediately starts tending to her painful injury and gently tells her that she'll be just fine. Then the two of them start bathing together in the waterfall, and it is here that Dean tells Emma that his mother died in a tragic car accident, while Emma listens to him very attentively. A little while later, it starts raining there, and Dean begins to have fun in the rain while Emma feels happy watching him. After that, both of them start dancing in the rain, and Dean puts a pink flower in Emma's hair. Now Emma tells Dean that she wants to enjoy the storm once again. Then Dean starts preparing to bring the storm back for her. Meanwhile, the news reports that it has been a full month since Emma and Dean first went missing, and the police believe they are no longer alive, so the police have officially stopped searching for them. But Emma's loyal friend still firmly believes that both Emma and Dean are alive, and Barbara feels exactly the same way. So she sets out once again with Jack in a rescue helicopter to search for her missing daughter Emma, and they are handing out flyers to everyone they see to help find them, which contain detailed information about Emma and Dean. After doing all this, Jack tells Barbara that they've tried everything, but still haven't been able to find Emma and Dean. Maybe now it's time to return home. Hearing this, Barbara becomes sad and heads back to her home. On the other hand, Dean is telling Emma about the green light which his mother had once told him all about, and he explains that this light can be seen at sunset. But Dean himself has never seen that light until now. Now, a few more weeks pass here, and both of them start enjoying the beautiful environment of the island. They swim in the sea and have a lot of fun. And in this way, they become very close to each other. Whenever they feel like it, they enjoy the storms and earthquakes together. After all this, Emma asks Dean how he did it for the first time and who the girl was. So Dean says that when he was in school, he had a friend who was quite a bit older than him. Now, Dean knew that this was Emma's first time experiencing all this, so he asks her how she felt. She replies that it was good, but because of the storm, sand got into the wrong places. After this, Emma says that she wants to experience more, so Dean says, "All right." Now, moving forward, we see that both of them go into the jungle to gather some fruit, and Dean goes a little ahead and starts picking fruit. Suddenly, they hear the sound of a plane, so both of them start running towards an open area, and Dean quickly comes and starts searching for a flare gun in Emma's bag to signal the plane, but he can't find it. But by then, the plane has already gone too far away from them. Then Emma also starts searching for the flare gun again, but she can't find it either. So Emma starts to think that there is someone else on the island who is stealing their things. Then we see that a few more long days have passed by, but so far only one single plane has flown high over them, and absolutely no one has come to rescue them yet. Both of them sit quietly inside the small hut and start talking, saying that they should probably give up all hope of returning home now and instead decide to spend the rest of their lives together here in the deep jungle. Just then, Dean suddenly hears the distinct sound of a wild animal nearby, so he carefully goes into the thick jungle to look for it. Emma starts to worry deeply about Dean, so she follows him closely. As Dean goes a little further ahead into the distance, he suddenly sees a large black panther. The very moment he sees it, he starts running away in fear, and after running quite a long distance, he suddenly falls hard to the ground. When Emma, who is running after him, finally reaches Dean, she sees that Dean has a sharp knife covered in blood and he has successfully killed the Black Panther. Then we see that all of Emma and Dean's friends and parents start living their daily lives without them. And here, Emma and Dean have also learned how to survive on the island and have decided to spend their lives here. Because the hope they had that someone would come to rescue them had now faded away. They have also learned how to hunt, and they live in a hut they built themselves, letting go of all hope and spending their days happily supporting each other. Then one day, Emma starts vomiting, so Dean, seeing this, asks her, "Are you pregnant?" Emma replies, "No, I just threw up for no reason." After this, Emma lies down with Dean to feel better. But while they are busy talking, Emma's lost belongings suddenly start falling from high above. And when they both look up, they see a mischievous monkey in the tree who is throwing their things down. They also notice that the monkey is holding the orange flare gun that Dean couldn't find on that day. So Emma shows the monkey a banana and the monkey throws the gun down. After that, they hear the sound of a helicopter from above, so they run to an open area. Emma loads the gun and fires it, and the people in the helicopter spot them. After that, they are rescued from there. And now, finally, after 3 months, both of them return, and at the airport, Emma and Dean's friends and parents are overjoyed to see them. After that, both of their parents take them home. After coming home, Dean goes to meet Emma that very night, and they talk about how strange it feels to be back home. Here, Dean is just about to lean in to kiss Emma. But she stops him and says her parents are coming to see her every 10 minutes. "Maybe you should leave from here now." And she says that her parents have organized a party to celebrate their return, so you have to come too. The next day, everyone gathers at the party, and Emma's parents start saying a few words to everyone about their children coming back. After this, Stacy asks Dean why he isn't with everyone else. So Dean says that he doesn't like socializing with everyone. After this, Dean gestures to Emma to come with him, but Emma doesn't come and ignores him, and seeing this, Dean leaves the party. After that, everything goes back to the way it was before, and after returning from the island, Emma becomes very famous. But Dean still continues to remain completely alone, and whenever Emma and Dean briefly pass by each other, they just look at each other longingly in silence. A few days later, Emma calls Dean, but Dean doesn't answer the call. After that, we see Stacy slowly go into Emma's room and tell her that after you went missing, we all missed you so much. And Mom and Dad were deeply worried about you too. We had even thought that maybe we had lost you forever. But today, all of us are together and very happy. Then Emma tells Stacy that you are a very good sister to me, and then the two of them decide to go to the prom party together. On the other hand, we see Dean, who goes to his mother's grave and cries a lot while missing her. Now, on the night of the prom party, Dean is watching TV when his father asks him, "Would you like to wear my coat to the party?" On the other hand, Emma had arrived at the party with her sister. After that, Lizzie comes to her and starts leading Emma forward to give her a surprise. And just then, Emma sees that outside, in the rain, Dean is standing wearing a coat and waiting for her. Seeing this, Emma starts remembering everything from the island. After this, Emma comes outside from the party and goes to Dean. Here, both of them are very happy and start kissing. And with this scene, the story comes to an end.